boys, new day. I mean, vampire stream here. Thought that wine from Chernobyl would put me to sleep, but no, I sobered up, ready for another stream. So have a vampire stream with vampires. Why not? Well, strange streaming 3 games in the same day on the same stream day, I guess. Woohoo! It is a breast. So the Skyrim thing, oh god, what Skyrim thing? Please, no, don't give me Kappa there. No. I did at least patch it. Please tell me they patched it. Another version, no, no, no. There's gonna be another version and no patch. If I seen that, this no. Don't give me Kappa that. No Kappa. Oh man. Do you guys think they patched it with bug fixes this time at least? Anyways, where were we? New turn 89. Shield Wizard is causing mess on Ultron with skeletons. Nice. Okay, start a return.
Expand Sylvania's borders.
Let's check for the heroes first. One vampire available. Let's just cycle this. We don't need any more law keepers.
Yes.
No banshees, no white king, one necro available. I spend over 10k on cycling those white kings.
Do you need fresh troops? Move. March. The Shamblers move. I will not betray you.
Looking like I'll have about 15 of them here. Let's get another one here. Okay, another boosting team here. We'll calculate how much each necro will do when Solomon is upgraded.
Who wishes the red kiss?
Need this one west for spying.
Follow me.
Who are we fighting right now? We're fighting some Norska, Red Eye, Bloody Spears. Finishing with Dwarves, Kotik. Of all these enemies on the list, we haven't had any contact with Order of Lord Master Eatane. It seems like they're busy in their own area. We still maintain rank 2.
What?
Doesn't look like Quick will be long at war with these guys. At least he doesn't have the other guys on his side.
I will kill you, thing. I am quick. I am mighty.
Looks like an invasion to war could be made here.
No. No, not.
He wants a little bit more for this. Hey, Jan. Well, totally expect attack from Quick eventually. It's turn 89. This has been raised by Norska, and I think La Moldal occupied now. It looks like Trot is making a move there. Zup. Fighting Blade 1000 Dark Magic. Red Eyes on their last legs. We'll let Trot take that. This thing has been upgraded, and we're going to Whiterun. 2 turns for the tier 5, our first tier 5.
I smell death.
I thirst. My thralls, track ahead.
The infrastructure there cost, I think, about 70,000. But thanks to all the heroes, we'll pay 0 for it. Construction-wise, at least. The heroes do cost some per turn, but when you use them constantly to lower the cost of tier 4 and tier 5 buildings, they literally make 5-6 times what they worth, or what they cost.
Yes, my sire. You're overruled.
I will not betray you. I am no lackey. I smell death.
You shed enough to praise Talos right now.
In royalty,
There you go.
and reshape this land which is mine. I do this
It does look like Ricard lost one
for
Heimlings.
allegiance, for I love you. I love. Even as man, great Talos cherished us, for he saw in us, in each of us,
Shrews is causing a mess here, which is great.
the future of Tamriel. And there it is, friends. The ugly
This is gonna be expensive to build because it's unpleasant climate, but the territories will pay for infrastructure.
God of man, ascended
Do we expect an attack from the other side?
to rule the realm.
You know that.
Spirit. The very idea is in
He's at war with all the high elves, so it's unlikely they're gonna ignore this to attack this first.
with man. Ha! They can barely tolerate our presence on Earth. Today, they take away your faith. What of tomorrow? What then? Do the elves take your homes?
Of darkness.
Your businesses? Your children?
Champion of the
Your
dark.
very lives?
I was about to say my babies, but they're not
What does
here.
the Empire do? Nothing! Nay, worse than nothing! The Imperial machine enforces the will of the Dalmor against its own people! So rise up, children of the Empire! Rise up, Storm!
It's time to get a Mortis engine. We got a Terror Geist last turn, this turn we get a Mortis engine.
He who is both man.
These are very powerful units, but they're extremely expensive. Mortis engine is over 1,000 right now,
Trust in Heim's
while the Terror Geist is even more expensive. They're both solid unit, but the Mortis engine is better to the vampire style of fighting. Not only provides a regeneration around itself, it stacks with all the regeneration. It also provides power recharge rate. Usually have more than enough power, so recharge slows down as it casts more spells. On top of that, it's below average fighting machine, and it causes AoE damage around itself. Has also terror. It's a high aggro unit, so stay away from the range attackers.
Storm crown, born of the north, where my bread is long winter. I breathe now in royal land which is mine. I do this.
1010 upkeep. We do have a 10% reduction. They cost even more, but we have 8 armies, so it's pretty standard.
Even as man, great Talos.
Haven't been using the elite units that much. The true elite units of the vampires. The Blood Knights, Terrorgeists, and the Mortis Engines. These are one per army units. While Terrorgeists can be used several, you only want one Mortis Engine in the army. There's definitely room for 2, but it's a huge hit on the economy. Usually you're gonna be replacing a unit that doesn't cost anything, and this whole thing will cost a lot. You want one in every army, really. There's a couple of exceptions, like if your army is all flying, you don't need a Mortis Engine. But if army is fighting on the ground, especially lots of infantry, you want a Mortis Engine.
The world will drown in blood.
I'm actually gonna send Vlad to clear the rats, and those guys will do other
shall
things.
enslave the world. Sleep is for the living. I know my path. Unstoppable.
Okay. Doesn't look like Holmolder will occupy that. We just have the expensive ones in 4 different the 4 groups. We just unlocked the Necker one for the upgrade production. This one costs 12 each. That's actually a lot. How many Blood Knights should have an army? 2 or 3? How many you can afford? It's the elite unit in the army.
Now?
The more the better. Vampires are one of the factions where actually you want to use specialist cavalry.
Bow.
They're pretty much elite version of Mounted Graveguard. And the battle skills are very good. And even have a proper technology, almost like Warhammer 2 faction. So the more the better. It's a unit that it's basically give you the you know, total advantage with quality.
By Sigma, no. Do you need fresh troops? Find me gravebound.
Okay, there's a lot to do this turn. This one is currently just spying here. So Torgrim is basically fleeing for his life. These 2 guys have barely survived.
Who seeks me?
I don't like this.
Sorceress of the dark.
But it looks like she will take it. You gotta do it. This pass is like a security net. This is the last settlement here. We could have taken it next turn, but this has to be back to our ownership. There's another Terrorgeist available. We'll add another Wargeist. A little bit more toughness in the army. Even if you max heal every bet, the toughness is nowhere near to Wargeists. It's 63 plus 75%, or 200 plus 75%. They're easy to heal, reach the cap, because they can take quite a bit of damage from some sources. They're quite durable, unless facing quality units and counter units, because of the 59 mil defense. But the range units and some specialized units will, that counter them will push their health even to point they may get destroyed. But if we fight as a swarm with all the buffs and debuffs, there's more than anything can handle it. Not many things can handle it.
Master. Follow me.
Okay. Yeah, okay. We'll continue to cause a mess on Ultron here. If we haven't done this with Shield Wizard and kept pushing here, they might have repelled Malekith. It's unlikely now. Tyrion did confer Avalon, and they might accept peace treaty with Kotick. Then they can fight united against the invaders. It might be too late at this point, but they still have a chance.
Soon I'll be all powerful.
They're causing a mess here, and there is no opposition. This tells me that they don't have an army to match this, and any other army they have is already eyeballing an enemy army, either from Civil War or Malekith. So there are three varying groups of factions taking control over Ultron right now. The fact there's a single vampire army taking all the second province on Ultron is bizarre, to say the least. 89. We spotted an opportunity and we're going with it. Sometimes these things, you know, go like this. Lizardmen are fighting Norska, and they've been traveling in the middle and just waiting each other on both sides.
They will serve.
This place will rebel, and it's one turn before the Vampire Rebels. So it looks like we'll be getting the High Elf Rebels. There are no military buildings, so it should be fine.
Will not betray you.
This guy is just exploring the map, so we get the location of all the settlements. We can see who owns it by mouse overing it, if we know the faction in the area, but I still want to see the settlements on the map.
This better be important.
So we sent Vlad to deal with Karak Dromar to take that place there. So what are we gonna do about this? Do we just take the coast here? I'm actually surprised they actually can control this. And they build double chaos corruption buildings. Interesting. The public order should recover this. I go to war with them, we're gonna have to poke at the coast here, so best to ignore them right now. We will send Roman on this coast though. Don't need him here right now.
Necropolis awaits.
This army is getting there. And let's get piles here. Going with the creatures of the night with infantry. We're pretty much increasing the quality of our 8 armies right now. We'll be looking into army number 9, but probably let's get more plus low recruit ranks. So it doesn't give any though. The necromancy buildings gonna start getting +1. We'll be getting 3 soon.
It is night. You dare.
Let's add a mortis engine here. Oh man, we're getting the big boys out. It's the second mortis engine we added this turn. One Terraga is the third, fourth tier 5 unit we have. It's actually 6 if you count the hex rates. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 tier 5 units. 5.
All shall know me and tremble. My will alone.
Quality of the armies will increase. What do we do about this? You can go also to Kappelburg. Let's go. We do have a lot of battle markers on the map. Side markers. And there's currently nothing to do for top 1 Carstein. But I'm feeling a war with Mulder will resume.
March.
This is the Von Carson bloodline. It's all about Vargas in that army due to them being 40% cheaper. It's a good unit to spam as well.
They will serve.
Like I said, we're increasing the quality of the armies and we're managing the empire. We'll keep an eye here. So there's ring 17. I don't think we might have to keep one blocking here. You know, increase mobility is nice. Likely we get them decent with disciplined. I will probably not make her immortal. I'll leave it as an option. Benches are hard to unlock extra capacity. It's late game stuff. Time to send Norska back to their shitholes. And Heimlings have invaded with 2 different armies. This is the same position Avalon had here. Very interesting.
Madness! No!
Yes, this notice this. Why would they position their army like this with 2 armies being in range if they're not reinforcing each other? The same thing Avalon did after raising, occupying on the same turn. Huh.
Not a chance.
Very strange.
Let us make do.
Maybe they don't consider this army a threat. I mean, we do not have unlimited hosts. The unlimited host It's a knife to grind anything down in that size.
More sleep.
Very strange.
You know nothing.
This one does have the unlimited host, but still has to face some quality there.
No.
That's a lot of champions. What's the voodoo in the area? Minus 50.
Now.
It's hard to say here. Maybe in both cases they underestimated the armies here. I mean, when you look at this thing here, it does look pretty bad. What I don't see is don't see the necromancer. I don't see 175 power.
Refused.
Still a lot to handle this. I guess it makes sense on their side. Bit strange for sure.
My bloodline calls. Night march.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll attack here with both. Both these lords have characters that need a lot of experience. And this is a close victory with low casualties, huh? Huh. This is, you know, numbers. What numbers do? They do click, click, click. Four, 7, 10. Not even enough for a pile here. We do have 6 characters. It's a close victory with low casualties. Huh. Each one of these champions killed 300 skeletons. But we have some quality in the arms as well, which they're outnumbered 3 times and there is quality, so the skeletons in the army are just a strength, not a weakness. This is a very good result for us here. Saves us over 10 minutes as well. But if this army takes damage, it's gonna be more difficult to handle the other army.
Now they die.
I don't want them to stay here.
What do you want?
This one is actually problematic.
Too far.
This is actually really bad. But it's a pile as well. There's a stance gives them 10 leadership and then defense, which means they fight to the death. This being rank 9 Marauder champions, possibly with some battle skills. These units literally harder to kill than Iron Breakers. And I'd rather fight Iron Breakers these units. 11, they have 91 melee defense. 91. But unlike the Iron Breakers, these units do a lot more damage.
Madness! No!
The best course of action here is just to auto-resolve this one and shoo away this one. Because attacking this with a separate army is out of the question.
My will alone.
We do have this guy here. This area has strong. This lord is not there yet.
Not a chance.
This would be close. This would be close. Just missing a couple of ranks on the heroes. The best thing to do here is just auto-resolve this one and just stay here. If they attack, then we fight. We don't attack this for sure. This is nice. This is actually very convenient. Because this is a similar result in the battle, even with the healing. We could have probably done it, some of the units would have been full health, but on the skeletons, yeah, that's fine.
Grave times. What?
This better be important.
This is out of the question. Out of the question.
More sleep shines. We are in agreement. Move.
They might still attack this, by the way.
No!
Darkness comes.
I finished followed? No.
Tomb rot.
We got 3 points in Evil Souls, 8 attack, 15% magic resistance.
What do you want?
Now.
This is interesting because this one can create a pile. They might also go after one of the minor settlements.
Mausoleums to defile.
Devious one, just to stay around here.
Then go.
This is gonna be pretty much our border here. Prague is gonna get wrecked the moment Chaos arrives. It might even be wrecked by the rebels. I mean, 3 Graveguard can still do it.
Undeath Ascendant.
Holy shit, this one made a circle and still hasn't caught Vlad.
I go.
Yes, my sire.
What? It is night.
Spread the rot.
What was that vampire we just added to the army recently?
Tomb rot.
Her. What army is this? Necrarch? One no jet is fine here. Vampires one no jets are ideal.
You dare.
We want most armies to have 2 vampires. They can become great with high rank in items. Each one of them elite fighter, and the whole rest of the army gets to attack into 2 leadership. Which is great for a melee army. Especially the undead one.
I thirst.
We're gonna make a move here with Vlad.
On way.
And we'll scout on the other side. Till then. Looks like Auerheim is reaching tier 4 next. So going to Whiterun, Auerheim, Stormwind, Goldshire Inn. Starting to hit more tier 4 and finally tier 5 places. 3 places will hit tier 5. Beginning with Whiterun in 2 turns. This is gonna be a huge jump in ink as all these necromancers. This dwarf army, these are the survivors of Fort Soul Siege. They razed the city and then they fled. I mean, there is the fortress. This is what remains of the dwarves, these two and this element here.
Expand Sylvania's borders.
Looks like we can reinforce here now.
Flight.
Bro is getting there with experience as well. I think I've been moving additional vampires somewhere. We do want all the armies have 2 vampires. We can.
What?
Discipline with that portrait on.
Everything dies.
My bloodline calls.
You dare!
Find me, grave mounds.
Doesn't look like it's the same portrait. This one is a little bit darker.
Yes, my sire.
Are you ready?
It's the same portrait.
Vlad von Carstein.
I hunt. Who wishes
Ah, Deobro has a slot for her.
expand Sylvania's borders?
Okay. Got 2 provinces back. Okay, this is fine. Still rebel. Looks like it's going to be high elves. We need 30% corruption for the vampire rebels, which are not red. Yeah, it was turn 89. Well, finished faster than I thought with faster than I thought it would be. One necromancer wounded. There was a agent that failed. And sometimes they roll randomly Gal, and I think it's a bug. Like area, like Border Princes, for example, they always have strong rebels for some reason, which is also probably some kind of oversight or a bug. But on Ulton I've seen, I think I remember from the last time, you get like a tier 3 city, they're all strong rebels, then you get tier 4 city, they're all weak rebels, then you get tier 5 city, then you're all strong rebels again. It doesn't respect the rules. I've seen lower tier settlements spawn higher tier rebels, or actual military units, and then you upgrade the settlement to the next tier and you get low tier rebels with weaker units. It's bizarre. It's probably just one of the a lot of things in the spaghetti code. Income is great, and we got treasury. It's available for what's it called, emergencies, and we are slowly increasing quality. We added mortis engines. Some of these armies are getting there close to rank 20. The army is not really considered reliable or, you know, available for anything until all the characters are rank 20. Like this one here. Slowly adding more quality, and at some point we'll add army number 9. Army number 9 on top of emergencies would be crazy expensive, so it's not worth it right now. Better to increase quality in our 8 armies, which are already almost enough considering the size of the campaign. But we want to get 10 armies and then rest for the emergencies. Some of the parts of the map will close themselves, so we don't need military there, but you know, that's a different story. We're still open in a couple territories here. We pretty much have the here the Empire. We got some of the mountains, some of the Kislev area. Got some of the Bretonia, and we're poking into Ulton. The only reason we're getting away with this is because Ultron has a civil war and Malekith invading at the same time. Invading Ultron with a single vampire army is kind of crazy, unless that army is Vlad or Isabella. We can expect still to fight border princes. These guys are pretty much all fighting each other here. And Clan Morse will no doubt attack us, it's just a matter of time. Many might attack us, but none of us got dogshit faction, just, you know, mosquitoes in the summer, literally. Clan Molder is too small to do anything anymore. They're just a buffer against chaos. The High Elves have the worst roster against the vampires. So if High Elves get wrecked, we'll have no position later. I mean, we still have a massive empire, and we have to put armies on the right side of the empire to fight the stuff with the right armies. But still, you know, that's what happens when you try to consider spending in every direction. Expansion here is stopped. We're killing some minor factions here, and then probably consider attacking border princes and the rest of Bretonia, and then the Wood Elves in these mountains. We're gonna probably leave the Darklands and the second half of Kislev lands. We do have Troll Country in the Southern Oblast until the Chaos Invasion is done. This literally makes no sense to occupy Eastern Oblast unless you're gonna meet Chaos with strong military. Same for the Northern Darklands. And Norska territories are just really bad territories. Only we're considering if we get taking care of them up. Probably best to just raise them all. But this campaign, we're not doing a victory condition here. We are basically expansion is the goal, and expansion is decided by the viewers. We started with 10 base provinces. Now the goal is I think like 54. So still a lot of expansion ahead. But you know, people can also remove provinces, or they can add even more. So we're gonna have to, you know, consider where we're gonna occupy. This literally makes no sense to send most of our military on the other continents as long as the Chaos is gonna be attacking. Unless we let them destroy most of this area until we just snag them somewhere here. What I'm saying, it's not a rush to complete the objective. That's what I'm saying. Just enjoying managing a big empire and building up armies and expanding. How comes the tribes can hate you while you killed the Emperor Dwarfs? Ever since the Wood Elf rework, everything you do disappears in a few turns. The good thing you do, you know, enemy of my enemy, and everything bad you do is exponentially increased and lasts longer. In other words, they made diplomacy way worse. The thresholds are against you. Base has been destroyed.
Beyond even quiet.
So they attacked here anyways.
Let us make do.
I guess they had nowhere to run, since we control the port. It is. Like I said, this is pretty scary, and this is without them losing 10. This is with them losing 10 defense. Then you imagine my contemplation there why I didn't attack them when they were encamped with the other army. It was suicide. They're no longer encamped, and now they're outnumbered. The reason why there's a valiant defeat here is the garrisons makes it so much worse. When you have a garrison like this reinforcing, it actually makes the balance power worse. There's an issue with the game which I don't think the devs realize. It comes to reinforcements. When a very large force attacks a lord, or lord with a couple of units, then lord is reinforced by a massive army, it pretty much is one-sided for that attacker. Because what that lord has that gets attacked, it's going to affect the battle result more than anything. So it doesn't matter if they get reinforced by a stronger army. So if the main force is smaller and they get reinforced by a larger force, it's going to be pretty much one-sided. That's issue number one. Issue number two is when large forces are getting attacked and the reinforcements are nearly dead, like in this case. Doesn't matter if it's 5 units, 10 units or 20 units, the battle result is also automatically worse. It's issue number two. These units are very powerful against the undead, but when you put into account magic, not even damage magic, but support magic, these units are trash. And another thing is they lost their encampment and they have nowhere to go, so they're basically just blocking a replenishment here to die. But its main reason is this here. Its main reason is here. I mean, we have 6 characters. You know, might not mean some to some people, but people who click the buttons right on the keyboard, you know, 6 characters can do miracles with 6 vampire characters. Especially when the Winds of Magic is 150 plus all the abilities and all the buttons that you're gonna get. These marauders will still kill a lot of skeletons. A lot of skeletons. The skeletons are better than the ones in Kemmler's army because we have the unlimited host, which grants them attack and defense. And this is actually good. This is actually good. Getting a pile here is good. Each skeleton is just loss of a little over 300 magic. But like I said, we are upgrading armies. We are adding more and more quality. Not every single unit will be a change, of course, but you know, slowly, as the economy increases more and more. Because you also want to build up a treasury, because it's gonna be expensive to keep building and like, getting emergency armies for defenses, whack-a-mole, and planning army number 9. In the armies, you literally pretty much have 9 armies, because there's always, you know, gonna need emergency somewhere. The emergencies cost like 20k or more.
Oh my god.
Okay, give it 5 subs, thank you very much. Yoo-hoo.
What the hell?
These units are between Chaos Warriors and Chosen.
Oh my god. Have you seen that shit? Holy shit. What the hell?
This is a beautiful field here for this. Well, we got an unlimited host here, and there is no way around this but to grind. Which means we're gonna have to feed them some skeletons to tire them and then start killing them.
Have you seen that shit?
Curse of Years works great against Norska. We'll try not to lose units, but if skeletons get killed, they get killed.
Oh my god. Have
Main
you seen that
destroyed.
shit? Holy shit. What the hell?
Who was their commander? Was he I think he was on a chariot.
Oh my god. Have you seen that shit? Holy shit. What the hell?
Their wolves are not much value here unless the enemy starts... they're here to chase the routers. Setting them for any other purpose, it's dead. They have no armor. If the enemy can fight back, these units just get destroyed. If anybody starts routing, the wolves will eat them. You can just have poison somewhere. Just have to keep the creep horse away from the skin wolves. Skin wolves will destroy them. They're pretty decent against the great weapons, at least. Somebody has taken the great weapons, you know. No. They'll do damage, doesn't matter who it is. Naked unit or armored unit, somebody has to tank it. This lord does not have magic, we haven't specialized with any magic. So we have to rely more on necromancy to cast spells here. The Kemmler he still doesn't have his spells either. There's still gonna be less healing here.
What?
Vampire Lord.
I'll put this in a log group so we know what's in the following army. Go around here.
Legions to me! Necromancer! At once!
We have to suicide these units because they're blocking some reinforcements.
Heinrich Kemmler. Agreed.
Going to create a big force here. The Kemmler has his Tomb Blade and a Master of the Dead. Can't believe how far the Kemmler has went. This guy's mad here to attack like this.
Heinrich Kemmler. Decay.
Kemmler might look like a necromancer, but there's definitely more to him.
Still my beating heart.
Vampire Lord. Vampire Lord.
Let's put a curse here.
Will wither. Beautiful decay. Quiet, Scotsman. I know what I do. Leech them of life.
Try to clear this guys here. I went for the graveyard on the side. I'm gonna try to ignore this. Just get here.
We are immortal.
Master of death!
Death to the living!
The sheer number of our units is bad news for them. This unit actually disengage and the other unit start getting killed.
Darkest magic to me!
I lost their characters here. It's time to upgrade our rules anyways. We got the money. Get some proper chasing units with durability, not on budget.
My hunger. Company kickoff. Rainbow the Black Tongue. Nagas Carlis. Hurries powerful bullshit.
Oh,
Hunt
guys, seen that shit?
swiftly.
Winds of death!
It's like that thing you throw in the water and it just won't stop going down. Just keeps moving. As long as the graveyard don't get killed, we accept all the losses here. Skeletons are gonna be getting upgraded.
Onward.
Look at this Norska. Guys, let's show them real Norskan guy here.
Heinrich Kemmer.
Swiftly! All life must end!
Still my beating heart. A new order comes.
The gods watch! Do not disgrace us!
And the camera with his stone blade here.
We'll be back! This was not meant to be! We'll be back! Ha! Even Krell would be impressed! Winds of death!
I definitely got stuck here in this graveyard here.
Death magic.
Vampire!
Undead terror.
Death magic. Necromancer.
These guys don't care, they just fight to the death. Their lord is like routed, their hero is routed, but brother champions, lord hero, we are lords and heroes. Have you seen how much leadership devs gave us? It's like might as well be unbreakable.
Blood frenzy!
Necromancer. A new order comes. With haste.
I really want to go after this graveyard. I don't want to fight Krell and Hex Rays and shit.
Life is a phase. Winds of death.
So we need some knights in every army. So just consider a mounted graveguard. This doesn't work if battle ends. Interesting. I wonder who's to blame for that.
With haste.
These units don't have enough health. Don't have enough health. The fact that it's a tier 5, it's really messy. So unless you get raised piles, not really accessible. And with all the power creep, I think they don't have enough health. They should really have a technology or a skill adding more physical resistance. Probably technology for another 5% at least.
Empire Lord.
The Camel's army is gonna be pretty good, but outside Camel's army, ignore these units. The can rates and hex rates. Just ignore them. Like lost technologies, boring skill, which makes no sense, the bell skill, and tier 4 and tier 5 units. These hex rates get a good veteran battle skill. At physical magic resistance should probably be like 30 or 45% of the base. The can rates at least resistant to any attackers. All the hex rates have a good veteran battle skill.
Night has fallen.
If these units would get perfect figure, another 5 physical resists through technologies, more skills, will be justified in their slot. Literally now exists only in campaign to be in the Camel's army. We got a small pile here. Nobody important got killed here either. Even these guys came back. No pile. Okay, something is bugged in this province. We didn't get one at the Coron and we didn't get one here. It's twice it bugged in this campaign. In the same province. Well, actually there's a pile here, but there is no marker. Coron one we didn't get it, but the pile is here. 27, 29, 30, 90. We didn't get a marker here. Well, this one bugged and we didn't get anything. No marker, no pile. when we were taking this city. There's no marker here, but the pile is here.
Spread the rot. What do you want?
Oh, got experience here. Making dead here. Get some blood knights for this army.
My bloodline calls. They will all pay.
They will all pay.
You know nothing.
This better be important. Then go. Darkness, come, you dare.
Kettle working like he is makes Kemmler a lot more powerful than he should be. But I don't think it's right, considering who Krell is. Stuff like this seem like Isabella should get reworked.
Everywhere is death. Yes, good.
Kettle is like a really powerful white. Is not a ghost. Nagashi himself brought him back.
Legions to me! Darkest magic to me! All will wither. A new order comes. Teach them of life.
These guys with the ridiculous defense.
We are immortal.
Death magic.
Well, I wish Krell was like the Green Knight. With unique trait, skills, items. I guess close to Lord Croak. Same like Gotrek and Felix should get there as well.
Atrophy and decay. Death magic.
Chaos
This
looms.
was not meant to be.
Well, kind of looks bad like this with Kemmler, but Kemmler looks really fucking good with him.
To ruin.
I'm in your throne.
They should have made Green Knight and Gotrek and Felix and Krell all with a Lord Croak treatment. Items and the trait in the skill tree.
We'll be back.
Tremble before me.
Also, the fact Krell has no physical resistance also makes no sense. Krell being a hero like that, you could equip him with items at least, so a lot of these things could just drop in the water. It's bizarre that you have ancestor ghosts with Clan Angrund, like King Loon. Not only has a powerful trait, but you can equip new items and skill them up. And then you have Gotrek and Felix, a laughing stock. And then you have Krell pretty much making Heinrich Kellner look good. But himself does not look so good. That's literally what Krell is in this game. He's in the game to make Heinrich Kellner look good.
What do you want?
Well, this area is clear of the scum now.
This suits my cause. My bloodline calls.
I need more minions.
More minions. Yeah, actually go for that. We do have 2 veterans, so we have to get curse on that.
You dare.
We can settle Throne for this. We might get the economic buff. That would be insane.
March. This better be important.
Yes.
Yes. Eight turns, huh? Five turns. Yes, Whiterun.
Grave times. March.
This thing will probably flip again, but we need to sort this army out. The Ken rates and the Hex rates, they're not easy to get from battle sites unless there's a multiple of them. Like here. Isabella will just go clear Karakangazar.
Expand Sylvania's borders. Moving. His lady. Do as you ask. Swift.
This is the last settlement of Karzakark. Vlad is going to clear the vermin here. Might add some canned fodder if it's gonna create a pile.
Von Carstein. In my own time.
Udius, Lore Keeper. Whiten is about to hit tier 5.
Yes, my sire.
These guys will save 70,000 dark magic.
Strike out.
Now, I go.
I will not betray you.
Your wish, master. March. Who shall we destroy?
Hopefully we can do it next turn, so we don't lose
I thirst.
potentially 6,000+ income for one turn.
More mausoleums to defile.
I think it should be enough movement for all 10 of them.
His borders.
Undeath Ascendant.
I will not betray you.
That's 1 tier 5, 2 tier 5, 3, 4, 5, 6 upgrades. As of right now, 70,000 dark magic, 70,000. Once this construction gets here, it's gonna be free. 0 cost. And with Occupied Imperial Palace, with 50% more income, and the other buildings for income, this should go easily over 20,000 per turn. It's growing more and more every turn.
Wish, master.
We are not unlocking Necromancers fast enough, because we're gonna get 1 per turn, and the expansion was faster.
I will not betray you.
Do you need fresh troops? I smell death. Necropolis awaits. Strike out. Find me charnel pits. This way. Follow me. March. Move.
Do you need fresh troops?
I will not betray you.
Your wish, master.
At 63 heroes right now. Look at this, guys. Look at this. 21 vampires, 38 necromancers. Heck, we can even get 5 white kings. But 1 banshee. Nothing wrong here. Nothing wrong when they move this thing up to tier 4 and tier 5. Heck, you can conquer the wall before unlocking the second banshee mode, probably, if you go really super try hard.
I will alone.
Everything dies. Then go.
What do you want?
One army has to stay in this area. We're visiting the sites.
Agreed for now. More sleep shines.
Now this is a pile. Now this is a pile. It does look like multiple piles here.
This better be important. Move.
Who shall we destroy? The shamblers.
Skaven have occupied Cas Irkulas. And the red eye is getting finished here. Wonder if they're gonna make a move south. These guys are not making a move again. We might get a peace treaty before they make a move here. Plus, the at least got fortified. It's a war zone.
I will not betray you.
Keep our devious gang in Kislev area.
I thirst.
Flesh to craft.
Okay. What is this? Early on now. We're gonna get Tiveris here without any challenges here. This point we can send Elteron to garrison his provinces. This looks like it might be safe. Unless Malekith attacks as well. Can't really hold this whole right side of one army in a war zone.
Soon I'll be all powerful. The spirits agree.
.52 attack on these guys. It's pretty nice. Two disciplined guys. Cheat Wizard himself is a weapon master. Nekra could have been disciplined as well. Heck, we need to add more troops here. No graveyard available. You really need a graveyard in this army if you're gonna stay on Ultron.
Master. Then go.
Who wishes the red kiss?
We're gonna ignore Kazdirklas here.
More mausoleums to defile. Necropolis awaits. Who shall we destroy? Then go. I smell death.
Expand Sylvania's borders. Strike out.
This one I feel like been stuck in the mountains for a while.
Yes, my sire.
By Sigma, no!
Undead.
Just pistol here.
It is not.
Healing potion, not here.
I hunt.
Yes.
wishes the red kiss. I thirst.
I don't want to kiss that guy.
Move! Expand Sylvania's borders.
It's not good to stay in the settlement, actually. The settlements will feed rebellions.
Yes, my sire.
Unliving Host and the
What?
Waking Dead. Is it the Waking Dead? Or is the Blade? Two more options. Yeah, bro doesn't have Taskmaster, so he'll just
Yes, my
stay in much
lord.
sense outside the city.
My sire.
Send a Spine Border Princess here.
On way.
Your wish, master. Yes? Necropolis awaits. I will not betray you. Strike out.
Death Ascendant.
This I'm going to do, bro.
Follow me.
There's another Dreading Current available. There's another Iron available.
Oh my
There,
god.
Hammer.
Have you seen that shit? Holy shit. What the hell?
A Lingorst. Do I continue recruiting vampires in rank 7? That makes no sense anymore. But this place needs to get tier 5 for the high ranks. How many turns is it gonna be for this shit? Vampires +1, vampires +2. And this is vampires +4. So we are adding extra ranks the moment this thing gets higher tier, because this is 3 ranks. Oh. Kemmer gives us what? So Kemmer is actually good to Confederate because of extra White Kings.
Darkness.
Get 2 capacity for White Kings. And Fortress of Merovich gives you another 2 capacity for White Kings. Which gives you 5 White Kings. Those 2 buildings here in a longer campaign, this building is just utter dog shit. Utter dog shit. Like the rest of the military recruitment. There's nothing else to build here though. So I guess you get +4 recruit ranks for a White King, so you can recruit them at higher rank, 4 more ranks. This is +2 ranks, this is 4 more ranks and 1 more capacity. Heck, this might be one of the only places in the game where you can actually fit this building. Already probably yeah, This probably, the whole world is under a dozen of these places. One more province, huh? This is one turn now, huh? Vargul's oh nonsense terrorghasts. 10% more damage to creep ghouls, creep horrors, 5% speed. Helps with garrisons. This is 50% weapon strength with the cannon rates and the hex rates. And we attempt to recruit them in Whiterun, in Reichland. As it's inconvenient to recruit them in high amounts with Kemmler without traveling around the Empire. This is lower their upkeep by 10%, the recruitment by 10%. 50% more damage, they all have pretty good damage. And 2 more ranks, 5 turns. When are we gonna get this place? 1 turn and then 4 turns, 5 turns. Okay, that's perfect. We're gonna have to recruit some Wraiths for Kemmler. There's really no point upgrading this building again for 5 growth. Because +1 Necromancer capacity, we are already 10 turns ahead, 10 turns behind on this. We can get like 55 Necromancers with upgrades, but we can only get 1 Necromancer per turn. Necromancer capacity has been increasing faster than we can actually recruit them. It's actually possible to recruit. This can go to up to 100. And then we'll stop recruiting vampires until we get the extra ranks. The extra ranks make all the difference, especially at this stage in the campaign. We'll need to get 8 to 15 bells just to get him there. Even before, it's not even going to be enough for immortality. You're going to get close to 20 bells. Since you're going to have 8 armies and more, it's becoming unrealistic unless they get high rank on recruit. Some armies are basically just patrolling the Empire and just, you know, gonna stuck in part them up where might not even be any fighting, but we have to have the turn there. Like the Northern Bretonia here. We have the turn here, we have to invade Albion and Norska here. And by the time we move there, they gang up on us with 2 armies, then we have to send another army. Just keep an army here until we decide to kill them all by sending more armies. We are finishing off Karzakarak, Clonferic, Red Eye, fighting Kotik on Ultuan, and most likely gonna do the same to the Southern Grey Mountains. This confederation might actually happen. Get rid of Clan. What this guy clan's called? Is it Clan Septic? Clan Speetle. Clan Speetle. So Fester, Spike, Karak, Norn as well. They're tier 5 now, so it's pretty nice. Been dealing with multiple factions every turn for a while now. Still missing 2 regions in the Empire. Control currently by Norska there. 1 in Eastern Sylvania controlled by a puppet. Doesn't count this as our province, but it gives us commandment, which is strange. It's gonna be our second tier 5, third tier 5. The big money is gonna kick in with 3 tier 5. Gonna have to send the construction crew to Auerheim. So after Whiterun, Auerheim, Stormwind, Goldshire in. So we don't have to pay anything for the tier 4 buildings, the upgrade ones. And the wall. Confederations are totally optimal, optional. I mean, zero lithium. Don't really get bothered with confederating. You're playing Golden Order. You're playing one Carsteins. If you want to play the other guys, just play the other faction. The system is lacking, and they're gonna ruin skills, and it's just gonna diminish the fun factor, in my opinion. If you can confederate to get some of their strong skills, but some of the lords don't have any strong skills. It just gives you a territory grab.
Spoiled and rubbish.
How the confederation happens and how the factions transition stuff to you, it's half-assed. The skill's gonna be bricked, and it's just so it needs to change. The whole system of confederation is need to be reworked. But in my opinion, just don't really bother with it. It might diminish the experience of the game for you, especially if you get obsessed with this shit. Some people get obsessed with confederating lords, and I see it even in 2021. Get gold here instead. I think Confederation is bad for the game. It fits some factions, but overall it's a bad for the game. Especially when it comes to the elves and when it comes to the Skaven. Elves should really be working with alliances, while Dark Elves should just kill everybody. And the Wood Elves should not confederate at all, it's just stupid. While the Skaven confederating, fucking joke. Shit makes no sense. It just diminishes all the parts of the game. It just gives them an excuse to not fix the rest of the game. Confederations are half-assed and poorly thought mechanic. The only faction that really fit confederations is the dwarves and and maybe Bretonia, but Bretonia should have an expand mechanic on it. The way the basic confederation works should just work like that for the dwarves. Every faction should have a different thing. Bretonia should have a whole mechanic regarding that. Now, the Emperor should not have confederations. They should have something with their mechanics, something different. The Emperor is supposed to have the largest military, but not under one banner. You know, when they say summon the Elector Counts? Just think about it for a second. They're too lazy about to do anything about it. So they just put confederations. It's just a lazy mechanic to just cut off half the work to make actually proper systems. It's like the whole campaign is just oversimplified to not have any depth. It's convenient to keep it like that. It just doesn't work. Just look at the Tomb Kings, for example. Tomb Kings and the Skaven are complete opposites. And it just doesn't work. It's just a basically lazy placeholder mechanic, that's what it is. For most of these factions. It's always has been, really. Just when the moment they allowed the Skaven to confederate, it was over the top. Makes no sense. The only way the Skaven should be allowed to confederate if they kill the leader of the other faction, and not join together. Should be a hostile takeover with cutting off the heads of the other faction. Then you can allow to be confederate with the Skaven. Not the way this is now. Shit makes no sense. Just think about it. Clan Mordor and just like let's say like 3 clans. Clan Mordor confederate with Clan with Clan Skyr, or any of them confederate with Clan Mor. Shit's just stupid. They could do something like undermining the other clan by building undercities and special buildings under them, and building a meter. When that meter gets filled, then you can just hostile take over the faction by killing the leaders. And by mean killing everybody. Not them joining your faction. And that's the only way this confederation with Skaven will make sense. Not just merging like their fucking dwarf clans uniting. Which only makes sense for the dwarves. It's just lazy and little no effort.
Beyond even quiet.
Okay, I'm going to sleep, boys. Let's save here. It's turn 91. We just made one move, basically here. Looks like they're getting poked on this side. You don't see the settlement here. If this thing gets attacked, it could end up badly. But we got plenty of power and characters sort of Kane. And now we have access to units here as well. What was the pile here? Must have been one of these cities. Yeah, it was here on turn 48. So it's time for a shit wizard to upgrade military. Let's stop clicking here. This is just saved. Going to sleep. Continue next time. We're not gonna play Warhammer 2 later today. We're gonna play that Channel Blight game. But this campaign continues. See you next time. Good night.